तो वही ऑनलाइन क्लासेस स्किप करना और फिर उसके बाद वीडियो गेम्स एंड ऑल।
कहीं ना कहीं शायद ऐसा होता है कि यार वो तो इतना पढ़ रहा है, मैं इतना बैठ नहीं पा रहा।
सर मतलब अगर हम 8-9 की बात करें तो गेम्स तो 6-6 घंटे बैठ के खेल लेते थे।
हाँ हाँ।
पढ़ाई आधा घंटा भी नहीं होती थी।
वो क्या टेक्निक आपने लगाया, मतलब वॉज इट लाइक कि आज मैं 30 मिनट्स बैठ रहा हूँ तो कल मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि इसको 40 मिनट स्ट्रेच करने का, नेक्स्ट डे 45 स्ट्रेच करने का।
क्या फर्क पड़ता है कोचिंग टेस्ट से? एडवांस में अच्छा करेंगे। इज नॉट अ competitive exam. JEE is an exam that you have to write yourself. The ranking is competitive. Listen to your teachers wholeheartedly. They know better than you.
Hi, today we have a very special guest with us, Siddharth Gulati. Siddharth Gulati is with Sri Chaitanya since class 9th.
9th में।
सिंस क्लास 9 और सिद्धक का जेई एडवांस का रिजल्ट आया है। सो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन सिद्धक, कैसा लग रहा है इतना अच्छा रैंक अचीव करके कि नाउ यू विल बी गोइंग टू योर ड्रीम कॉलेज?
फ्रैंकली जेई मेंस के बाद मैंने एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं किया था कि इतना कर पाऊंगा मैं। इट वाज अ रियल बिग स्लम्प आफ्टर मेंस के रिजल्ट्स आए थे।
कितना था तुम्हारा जेई मेन में रिजल्ट?
879।
879। हाँ, फिर तो एक्चुअली अ वेरी बिग फीट। ओके, सो एक्चुअली दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल सक्सेस स्टोरी। ठीक है कि इट्स नॉट लाइक तुम हमेशा लाइफ बहुत अच्छी चल रही है, हंकी डोरी है ना, हमेशा अप्स होंगे, कभी अप्स कभी डाउन्स आ रहे होते हैं। योर डाउन आई थिंक वाज जेई मेन, है ना? तो जेई मेन के बाद यू रीच योर अप, दैट इटसेल्फ टेल्स अ सक्सेस स्टोरी, है ना? ओके, सो कैन यू टेक अस बैक टू क्लास 5th 6th 7th 8th? उस टाइम पे कैसे स्टूडेंट थे? डिड यू ऑलवेज थॉट कि हाँ यार मेरे को तो जेई की तरफ ही जाना है?
कहीं ना कहीं हमेशा पता था कि इंजीनियरिंग में ही जाना है। क्लासिक इंडियन मेंटालिटी, स्मार्ट बच्चा है तो नॉन मेड लेगा और अदरवाइज। तो पता तो था कि जेई की तरफ जाना है, बट सिंस हमारा बैच भी कोविड वाला था, लाइक 7th 8th हमारी कोविड में निकली, तो उस टाइम वी हैड अ होल लॉट ऑफ टाइम ऑन आवर हैंड्स। तो वही ऑनलाइन क्लासेस स्किप करना और फिर उसके बाद वीडियो गेम्स एंड ऑल फॉर 2 or 3 years वो रहा। बट देन कमिंग बैक टू अ कोचिंग इन 9th 10th, then I realized that my peers are not actually अपने डायरेक्शनली चैलेंज नहीं है वो लाइफ में। सो वहाँ से थोड़ा एक मोटिवेशन आता है मे बी अपने peers को देख कर, अदरवाइज कि जेई की तरफ जाना है।
ट्रू, कहीं ना कहीं शायद ऐसा होता है कि यार वो तो इतना पढ़ रहा है, मैं इतना बैठ नहीं पा रहा। अच्छा, व्हाट वाज योर सिटिंग ड्यूरेशन ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम? मतलब कितना घंटा रेगुलर बैठ करके पढ़ पाते थे?
सर मतलब अगर हम 8-9 की बात करें तो गेम्स तो 6-6 घंटे बैठ के खेल लेते थे।
हाँ हाँ।
पढ़ाई आधा घंटा भी नहीं होती थी।
Which games did you play?
Mostly Minecraft. There's like Bed Wars on there and all. उसके भी काफी सारे गेम मोड्स होते थे, and also rhythm game called Osu. I used to play that a lot.
Any board games?
Picked up chess for a few months but did not get away with it. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं खेल पाया मैं वो।
Chess is boring in comparison to.
Obviously, you have all these visuals screaming at you, and then there's chess in which you have to be the one, ऐसे देखना
इतना strategy mind में करना।
It's very monotonic otherwise.
True. So let's come after COVID. आफ्टर कोविड लाइक यू टोल्ड कि यू वर मेस्ड अप, है ना? पूरा टाइम गेम्स। फिर भी एवरेज कितना, 6-7 घंटे डेली खेलते थे गेम?
नहीं, मतलब एक बार जब स्कूल स्टार्ट हो जाए देन ऑब्वियसली यू कांट पुल आउट 6-7 hours a day. Even then I was pulling like 4 hours. 3-3 बजे घर से स्कूल से वापस घर आना। Even then I was like 3 घंटा 4 घंटा I was wasting my time. फिर eventually there's this course चैतन्य का ही, तो randomly mama said that let's give the exam, देखते क्या होता है, because end of the day coaching में जाना ही है if you're opting for JEE. तो I went for score, it went decent, it actually went very well. तो end of the day वहाँ से कोचिंग में आने का एक होता है ना एंट्री वे मिला कि यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है। टचवुड अच्छे दोस्त थे जो मेरे स्कूल मेट्स थे, वही मेरे यहाँ वाले बैच में मुझे मिल गए। तो इट वॉजंट ऐसे बहुत मुझे हैंड होल्डिंग या नॉलेज ट्रांसफर की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी इन द फर्स्ट फ्यू मंथ्स। मे बी उस दैट प्रोपेल्ड मी रियली, क्योंकि आपको जब अपने खुद के दोस्त दिखते हैं मेहनत करते हुए, देन यू फील दैट मे बी आई डोंट बिलोंग वेयर आई एम, देन दैट पुशेस यू फॉरवर्ड।
ठीक है। सो उस टाइम पे यू टोल्ड कि तुम 6-7 घंटे खेलते थे, सिटिंग कितना रहता था? लेट्स गेट बैक टू द सेम क्वेश्चन।
सिटिंग मतलब 8-9 में तो एज आई सेड आई डिड रियली स्टडी, मे बी हाफ एन आवर 1 hour इफ द डे कॉल्ड फॉर इट। बट 10th में आके जब थोड़ा सीरियस हो जाता है बंदा, मेरे मन में आया था, मेरी सिटिंग increased up to like 4 hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, and that was on a good day. But सबसे ज़्यादा जो उस 10th के फेज में मेरे को हेल्प किया was not कि रोज़ 4 घंटे 3 घंटे 2 घंटे बैठ के पढ़ना, because obviously आप बोर हो जाओगे, there will be low days. But what really matters is अपने low days में भी बैठो, maybe low days में you put in half an hour, maybe you put in 1 hour, and वो एक consistency है that propels you forward in life.
True. Did you मतलब how did you come from half an hour to 4 hours? वो क्या टेक्निक आपने लगाया, मतलब was it like कि आज मैं 30 मिनट्स बैठ रहा हूँ तो कल मैं ट्राई करूँगा कि इसको 40 मिनट स्ट्रेच करने का, नेक्स्ट डे 45 स्ट्रेच करने का, और was it just मेरा इंटरेस्ट इस टॉपिक में इतना ज़्यादा है कि I can stretch for 4 hours और मुझे पता ही नहीं चल रहा?
ये दिस इज अ कॉमन मिसकंसेप्शन जो हम कहते हैं कि मैं कल से पढ़ना शुरू करूँगा. इट्स नॉट कि आप कल आज अगर हाफ एन आवर करें तो कल एकदम 4 hours कर सकते हो. मे बी यूल सिट टुडे, मे बी यूल सिट टुमारो, एंड सून इनफ आपका वो बेस लाइन बन जाता है हाफ एन आवर. देन यू पुश इट अप टू 1, देन यू पुश इट अप टू 2, एंड वैसे करके आपकी सिटिंग बनती है. इफ़ यू गो फॉर मे बी, अगर आप कहो कि कल मेरे को दिखा दैट ऑल माई पेयर्स आर वर्किंग हार्ड, मैं कल से 4 घंटे बैठना शुरू करूँगा, यू मे बी सक्सीड फॉर अ वीक एंड देन यूल रिलैप्स. क्योंकि खुद को फोर्स करना नेवर वर्क्स. Maybe you'll do half an hour for a week, then you'll do 1 hour for a week, and it's that slow build up that lets you, you know, get a whole sitting round.
True. So what does your parent do?
My dad's a director in a food firm, and my mother's a branch manager.
Branch manager
in a bank.
Okay. So did they ever influence you for your daily habits or the way you study?
Not really. I mean, my parents they've always said that they don't think they are much acquainted with the STEM field at all, or non-med in general, or the JEE life. So a huge guidance in my life has always been an elder cousin of mine who went through the same JEE IIT stuff, and my teachers over here. There are countless times where I've sat in front of my teachers, kind of, you know, in a really sorrow state and sought guidance from them. Because end of the day, even if my parents want to help me, there's a part of me that knows that maybe there are better sources here. Maybe there's people who are much better acquainted with what's going on with me right now.
And what were you sad about?
Random stuff. You know, the marks are not up to the where I feel like maybe I'm lagging behind in a topic. Maybe my friend did better than I did in a coaching test. All of those things start to accumulate. One test doesn't hurt you, but maybe if it's like 7, 8, 12 tests in a row, you start to think that there's something wrong with you.
True.
That, you know, those burdens start to pile up eventually.
True. And what advice did they give you?
I mean, I suppose I can quote here. क्या फर्क पड़ता है कोचिंग टेस्ट से, एडवांस में अच्छा करेंगे.
Okay.
Which I reckon is correct. Maybe, but that's look, that is very logical to say that advanced में अच्छा करेंगे. But when you're in that loop, when you're sitting and you're not getting the results you're expecting, it's very easy to say कि advanced में अच्छा होगा या maybe you'll rise later. But it's not entirely, you know, खुद को मनाया नहीं जाता वो बात उस time पे.
True. It becomes very hard to convince when all the circumstances are against you, or I would say, when you are not performing.
Yeah,
and you know it's not circumstance, it's me somehow.
Maybe it's me, maybe it's a circumstance, but you can't really differentiate in the moment, really.
True. And how many times have you heard this statement?
Plenty, more than I can count, honestly.
Then next time when you were going, didn't you think यार मुझे पता है यही बोलने वाले हैं?
So some things हो सकता है मन में आता हो, but at the same time sometimes you just need reassurance from someone who's seen other kids go through the same thing. Maybe, I mean, कोई भी बोल सकता है आपको. Anyone can say कि कोई बात नहीं, एडवांस में अच्छा होगा, या you'll do better when it's your actual paper. But जब तक आपको पता नहीं है that they've seen other kids do better after low points, तब तक उस चीज़ की reassurance hit नहीं करती है.
Okay, I'll give you a real case. I do not know if it happened with you or not. So one of the student asked me कि sir, मैं पिछले 3 months से मेरा backlog pile up होता जा रहा है. ठीक है, I took some off due to some medical reason. और अभी it's been 3-4 months. अब मेरा backlog बहुत सारा pile up हो गया. What should I do? I do not know if I will be able to continue or not. It was, if I quote the month, it was the kid was in 12th और उसका शायद second month या third month था. It's May June. तो उसको क्या करना चाहिए? If you have to answer.
At this point, it's very important that you do not lie. जब आपका syllabus uncovered होता है and you see your peers performing better and your teachers trying to help you, बहुत बार होता है that हम अपनी image बचाने के लिए that क्योंकि anyone who takes non-med has that kind of sense कि 10th में अच्छे आए थे, maybe इसलिए non-med लियो या एक self image होती है सबकी. तो it's possible that आप खुद से cover करने के पीछे झूठ बोले and otherwise you'll only be deterring the people who actually want to help you. It is very important that you actually discuss it with a teacher. Everyone's there to help you and they'll only, come up with a solution. Maybe आपकी कुछ ऐसी strengths है जिससे आपको आगे के topics में help मिलने वाली है. You'll be able to cover तब. Maybe there is something जो आप बाद में cover कर सकते हो. अभी upcoming topics में वो चीज़ें necessary नहीं है. All this is something that a teacher knows, not you.
True.
So the biggest advice would be let someone help you. वहाँ पे अपनी image ले आएंगे, वहाँ आप अपनी ego ले आएंगे तो it's only your loss. आप खुद से maybe you cover it. No doubt. Cover सब कर लेते हैं. But it's more about आप कितनी जल्दी cover कर सकते हैं, किस quality से cover कर सकते हैं.
And कितना time तुम्हें devote करना पड़ेगा, शायद right guidance can tell, है ना? But once you accept.
हाँ, once you accept कि आप पीछे हैं, once you accept that यहाँ पे I need help, only then someone can actually help you.
True. Okay, if I ask when you started in 11th, है ना? Till 10th you have done decently, है ना? You might have prepared for which all exams did you prepare for in 10th?
Mostly IOQM and the score thing because we knew that score से यहाँ पे scholarship and all मिलता है. So we were preparing for score and we were preparing heavy for IOQM.
And what was your result in IOQM? Class 10? You qualified or not?
Yeah, I qualified. I think I had 19 marks out of 100.
I think the cutoff was near to that.
12 marks. It was 12 marks. I had 19.
Great. And when you came in 11th, so what was your favorite subject? What was your least favorite subject?
I started out with loving physics and hating chemistry. I think that's pretty standard. But eventually I realized that all three hold the same weightage. If you're gonna pick favorites, you actually have to study the ones you do not like. So it is counterproductive to have a favorite in 11th and 12th. Maybe you'll be spending more time on chemistry if you like chemistry. But end of the day, marks usme
Okay, I'll change the question now. So there's nothing like favorite, but you always know that ये वाला सब्जेक्ट, yes, ये वाला सब्जेक्ट में मैं कम एफर्ट करके ज़्यादा better perform कर पाऊँ.
That has always been physics for me. I don't know what it was about physics, but class में जैसे concept चल रहा है, there's a lot of things that I could just come up with on my own. As a result, I never really had to memorize any concepts. It was always just know that this concept exists and I'll probably retrieve it in exam. So my cost to marks ratio would probably be highest in physics.
So when you came in 11, chemistry you didn't like much, है ना? मतलब sorry, chemistry
in general नहीं पसंद होती बच्चों को. Presumably because in the starting you're never really limited to the scope of the syllabus. You don't know how much you actually have to study, what all's in your books and all. You think that जो आ रहा है सब randomly कहीं से भी कुछ भी पूछ सकता है examiner. At which point you're like that why are we studying this?
What role did your friends and family play in the entire journey?
Friends played a very important role because those are the people that you see every day putting in effort. Maybe you don't have a good day but they do. Maybe you don't feel like studying today but they do. And कभी-कभी उन्हें देख के ही मन कर जाता है कि maybe मैं पीछे ना रह जाऊँ and all. For parents का role बहुत important है because you need to realize कि journey सिर्फ आपकी नहीं है, आपके parents की भी है साथ में. There's a whole lot of shielding you need from family drama and all. क्योंकि it's not like 2 साल में आपके family में कुछ भी नहीं होगा. There'll be marriages happening, there'll be birthdays, there'll be important events that you'll be forced to attend. It is your parents, it is your family who's एक understanding family is the one that can आपको support कर सकती हैं through it कि आपका भी time important है. It's necessary that you study well in this time. And वो एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग फैक्टर अगर नहीं है तो you'll constantly feel pressured कि अगर पढ़ रहे हो तो you'll think वहाँ जाना है टाइम वेस्ट होगा, वहाँ जा रहे हो तो you'll think अभी पढ़ना है टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, बाद में आओगे तो उसके गिल्ट में you'll sink in a few extra days. तो एक सपोर्टिव फैमिली का रोल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है जेई जर्नी में.
So did you attend any marriages in these 2 years?
मतलब only the local ones. There were marriages that went like, there was one in Jaipur and like random cities here and there, but I didn't attend any of those outstation ones. I used to stay at home while my parents went, but there were few like 11th में तो I think lean time ही होता है सबका, तो उस टाइम पे अगर रात को जा रहे हैं तो चले गए, कोई बात नहीं. अगर लोकल है and it's not gonna get too late in the night, like if we leave at 8:30, if we get back at till 9-10, then it's fine.
हाँ ठीक है, मतलब थोड़ा ब्रेक तो चाहिए.
थोड़ा ब्रेक के लिए
एजुकेशन मतलब कितना ही पढ़ते रहेंगे, थोड़ा बहुत ब्रेक तो चाहिए.
थोड़ा ब्रेक के लिए ठीक है, बट वो होते हैं ना कि आप 3 दिन पहले जा रहे हो, फिर ऐसे हफ्ते की शादी है, then you come back. वैसी चीज़ें से थोड़ी सी शील्डिंग, थोड़ी सपोर्ट उस चीज़ों में चाहिए रहती है. एंड आई कांट स्ट्रेस इनफ कि आपको कितना इमोशनल एंकरिंग चाहिए होगी इस टाइम पे, बिकॉज देयर विल बी डेज व्हेन यू आर जस्ट फीलिंग लाइक क्राइंग एंड यू कांट. देयर विल बी डेज जब आपको लगेगा कि maybe I can't do this anymore, and that is the time जब आपकी फैमिली आपको वो कर सकती है, अपलिफ्ट कर सकती है.
What were your mood to take breaks? कैसे लेते थे breaks?
Our batch as a whole had like non-negotiable breaks. There were breaks that we would just take and not, we won't back down from those. हम lunch करके we used to go out on a walk, and then शाम को 6 to 7, 6 to 6:30 we had a non-negotiable break. We'll always take that. We'll roam around the sector. We'll probably just discuss something not study related anymore. It's important that you decompress every few hours so that you're not overburdened with what you're studying. बाकी उसके अलावा we also had a policy where we weren't supposed to disturb each other during our study hours.
Okay.
Those kinds of policies really help.
And who made these policies?
Our teachers actually.
Okay.
Our teachers told us that our seniors used to do this and we picked up on that. नहीं तो ये भी तो हो सकता है maybe your friend doesn't feel like studying, he's gonna poke at you, and you don't feel like studying, and you're gonna poke at him, and
वो वहाँ से पूरा domino effect शुरू होता है. Teachers killed it at the beginning only.
Exactly. 2 लोगों का मन नहीं करा, 4 लोगों का मन नहीं करा, पूरे बैच का मन नहीं करा फिर पढ़ने का.
सच बात.
तो वो non-negotiables I think really helped us throughout.
Okay. Teachers का it's not only about teaching physics, chemistry and maths. There would be some studying techniques, some learning techniques which teachers might have told you, है ना? तो कि जैसे लिख करके याद करना है is a very common in chemistry, है ना? मैथ्स में एक फॉर्मूला चार्ट पहले बना लो, उसको कहीं पेस्ट कर लो. Like this is what I remember from my class 11th, what my teachers have taught. So what are those techniques? Can you name for all 3 subjects, physics, chemistry, maths?
For physics, I would say हमारी go-to technique was something called a flow sheet. You sit down and you take a topic and you start to collect everything you know about the topic. It's basically like active recall. You think everything you know about the topic, you start to jot it down. And maybe after 20 minutes, 30 minutes of brainstorming, you've written down every concept you could remember, every derivation that you thought was important, and even a good question from your notes, a good question from your notes, yeah. And after those 20-30 minutes, you open your notes, you match your flow sheet with what you had written in class, and chances are you'll be missing something, and those are the things that won't strike in your exam. For physics and for organic chemistry, these two were our go-to techniques. We used to write whatever we already know and then cross-verify it. A variation of this was having our teacher actually dictate the entire concept to us. Like we would tell them something and they would tell us what we are missing in that specific topic. For maths, it was just a whole lot of practice. You can possibly take a few methods, you can possibly memorize derivations, but end of the day, maths is all about practice. It slowly starts to become second nature to you.
True. Okay. Let's come to your JEE Main and JEE Advanced. So what went wrong in JEE Main?
Frankly, I don't know. I still remember after my JEE Mains result, my teacher was like, "You're not a kid that's made for mains. That's not the kind of exam you're supposed to be giving." And to an extent, maybe it was also the lack of consequence that I felt during mains. It was all about my ego and all about my confidence, whether a good main rank would propel me forward or make me feel like I'm worth nothing.
But top 1000 is not bad. Is not that bad. You know?
It's not bad out of a bubble, but when you're surrounded by kids who are doing much better than you, kids that are I don't think there were any of my peers were outside like even half of my rank. Like I can't remember a peer out of 440, etc. So that kind of made me feel bad that I'm sitting in the same class as them, I'm studying for the same time as them, and yet why am I not succeeding? Maybe
that was a big setback for you. I guess.
That was a big setback. I still remember I spent around 25 days coming out of that emotion that maybe I'm not doing well, maybe I can't do well in advanced.
And how did you come out of that?
I mean, time is the best way to get out of a sorrow. Eventually all the emotions dilute out.
JEE Main to JEE Advanced. I guess how much time is there? 1.5 months?
Roughly.
So the time is already very short.
I mean, I'm also including the mains one ke baad wala time.
Okay.
Like us time pe bhi we got our percentiles, we were calculating our hypothetical ranks and all that. So uske baad bhi us wala time bhi I'm counting. Us time maybe 20 days, this time maybe 5 days, कुछ ऐसा था.
I want to understand that कैसे किया वो वाला चीज की, how did you come out of that emotion?
It's mostly about desensitizing yourself. You're gonna see your rank. You're not gonna be able to see your rank every day. You're not gonna think कि इसकी इतनी आई थी, मेरी इतनी आई थी, इसलिए he's doing this, इसलिए I'm doing that. Eventually, जब आपका focus set है, you know कि there's one exam that matters to you, तब everything else automatically gets silent as that exam grows closer.
True.
Well, it was a setback. Maybe it took me a week, maybe 2 to actually come out.
Did you started compare yourself with other students after that? कि अभी ये इतना पढ़ रहा है तो मेरे को इससे better करना है.
It was never about अभी ये इतना कर रहा है इसलिए इससे better करना है या इससे ज़्यादा time लगाना है, because you never really want to burn yourself out before an important book. You could study for a month and then last के अगर 15 days, last के अगर 2 weeks में you feel like अब पढ़ना ही नहीं है मेरे को, I can't study anymore, तो वो last के 30 days में मेहनत करके कोई फ़ायदा नहीं रहा. At the same time हाँ ये लगता है कि maybe वो मेरे से better कर रहा है otherwise, but कहीं ना कहीं आपको अपनी abilities, अपने जो आपने time spend किया उस पर भी confidence रखना चाहिए. It is hard to say जब आपको already that thing has failed you once, but eventual trust is what gets you there.
So entire credit goes to self-belief. Can say.
I mean, also teachers. Like I remember asking my teachers stupid questions like, "Sir, जो लोग mains में खराब करते हैं, advanced में अच्छा करते हैं क्या?"
And did they tell you some success stories?
Yeah, they were like, mains and advanced are completely not correlated. Like they know kids who have done good in advanced and mains. They know kids who have done worse in both. They know kids who have done good in mains and bad in advanced. And they know kids who have done bad in mains and good in advanced. So maybe that comfort of knowing that there's no correlation, maybe seeing that people who've already seen kids go through have seen people who've done everything, like done good in this, done good at that, and there being no correlation, that obviously boosted my confidence and made me feel like maybe it's fine, there's no real problem there.
Okay, you have qualified 1 or 2 Olympiads as well.
Yeah, I cleared astronomy camp, but I wasn't able to go because like it was really close to advanced. I think it was 10th May, if I recall correctly. I don't remember the exact date, but it was like a week or 2 before advanced. So I really couldn't go to the astronomy camp. I qualified astronomy, and I gave both INCHO and INAO.
Okay, INCHO.
INCHO and INAO. Sorry.
Yeah, no. That's what the students generally pronounce it. So, did studies in INCHO and JEE Advanced, are these correlated, or how does these Olympiads help you or build
Chemistry in general is usually one of the least favorite subjects or like least studied subjects of all three for most kids. Olympiad personally for me gave me a reason to study more chemistry. I remember before NSCC I sat down for like 3 weeks and all I did was study chemistry all day. That really helped me with JEE because even if INCHS syllabus wasn't close to JEE's, NACC had around 85-90% overlap, which meant I had to brush up my JEE syllabus again and again and again and again before every NACC mock.
True.
That helped me more than I would say INCHO studies itself.
There were boards as well, है ना? JMIN 2 के पहले there were boards. So what would you say? Boards helped you in your preparation, or they were a blockage?
Boards, I mean, obviously, if you consider your extra subjects like non-PCM subjects, that is time you've sunk into something that won't help with your JEE. But I think that is also important since you need 75% in boards end of the day. And with maths, I would say boards did not help much, but with physics and chemistry, you start getting more reads of your NCERT. You start checking what's in the syllabus, you start checking what's the scope of what you're studying. Boards was that phase where I realized that इससे बाहर कुछ नहीं आएगा, इतना ही पढ़ना है मुझे. It makes you realize the scope of what you're supposed to do.
ठीक है. What was your study schedule after these boards, JEE Main 1? Like complete JEE Advanced के लिए जो last 1.5 months का plan था. What was that?
For me, it was usually 8:30 tak we used to come to the institute, maybe talk about something for 15 minutes and then give a test, like an hour test or a 3-hour test to get in the flow, to see आपके हाथ चल रहे हैं, to see if you're lacking somewhere, and then उस test को analyze करना या उसके जो questions नहीं होना solve करना. Then we used to sleep for around 1.5 hours, like 12 to 1:30, 12 to 1. Because actual JEE के लिए we were setting a sleep cycle accordingly. And उसके बाद खाना we used to take a break. And then it was revisions or asking a teacher to do that, Then around 6:30 we used to take another break, 6 to 6:30. And तब फिर रात तक जितना आपकी body allow करे उतना पढ़ना.
मतलब कभी 8, कभी 9, कभी 10.
कभी 8, कभी 8:30, कभी 9. But I also used to have a thing कि institute से जाने के बाद I wouldn't study. Because रात को is my sleep time. I would not compromise on that sleep anymore.
मतलब body को relax करना बहुत जरूरी है.
हाँ, अब अगर आप end में आके last के 2 weeks, last के 3 weeks में if you're taking 6 hours of sleep, then you're doing something wrong. Because at that point you're already done with your syllabus. अगर आपको उठ के syllabus करना पड़ रहा है, मतलब that's something.
What according to you is the ideal sleep time for any JEE aspirant?
It varies from person to person. I used to have a batchmate. He slept like 6 hours and was as fresh as new on the next day. I used to sleep for 8, maybe 10, maybe 11.
Yeah, 8, 10, 11 is too much.
Okay, 8 is okay. 9 is decent. 10 is fine.
No.
11 is too much.
Even at 9, I feel it's too much.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
If some people are getting it,
sleep is very subjective. It's each to one. You need to know how your body functions to limit your sleep or to sleep enough.
True. ठीक है. How was your JEE Advanced? Can you give us a go through of how your day went? Like start from last night sleep to next day paper 1 कैसा था? Paper 1 में I think pattern was changed. There was some pattern change.
Expected.
Okay.
So like the day before JEE Advanced, I think everyone was slightly scared because obviously it's a major exam in our life. But we were also pretty relieved. Around 3, 4, 5, like in the evening, I took my stuffer from the institute. I used to have my books all over my table. I snapped a picture and I picked those up. Like this is a memory. So I pick up my books. I drank some juice because I felt like I was getting low on sugar, and I had dinner by 8. That is what I remember distinctly because I usually have dinner by 9:15, and I had dinner by 8 because I was like, I'm gonna probably sleep early or I'll relax for a bit. I had dinner by 8 and I went to sleep at 9:30, 9:45. What happened is I could not sleep. I did not fall asleep.
Okay.
At around 10:30, I wake up. I go to my mom and I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm probably hungry. So, ab khana kha liya sabne. It's 10:30. What can I eat? Before my advance, we go downstairs in the kitchen and I made 2 bowls of Maggie for myself.
Okay.
The night before JEE Advanced, I'm eating Maggie and a toast. Which, I mean, it did not affect my mental, but in hindsight, I thought it would have. So then I wake up at the normal time. I went to sleep at 11. I woke up at 6. And no, I think I woke up at 5:30. I don't remember anymore. I woke up, I go to my advanced center, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking around people, I'm like, okay, it's nice. Then I typed into ChatGPT, like, help me revise everything for JEE Advanced.
Okay.
Like a last moment, quick revision of everything. Help me revise for JEE Advanced. And I think it dropped like 2 or 3 comments that actually came in the paper. A diffraction question from physics and the one. Yeah, I think it was the image at infinity one.
It might be you were thinking like that because it would have given general points.
I think it gave like 250 points.
Because saying such a statement could bring a big argument nowadays.
I agree. I mean, it's like there were like 250 to 300 points, and I'm just going through it. I'm like, yeah, I know this. It's very cool. Then around. उसमें से 2 आए, then I'm not even surprised because it was such a large sample at the day. कुछ तो आएगा advance से कुछ पूछेंगे वो. I go into the paper. It's nice. The admit card never really wrote that you can't carry non-transparent pens. But the guard was, messing with me. He did let me carry my favorite pen. So I went to the advanced representative there. I'm like, this is not written in the admit card. I want to bring my pen that they threw away. And I caused this whole scene for them, and those guys couldn't open the pen that I bought. So they came to my seat, they had me open the pen, they checked inside, कुछ मैंने लिखा नहीं हुआ उसमें, and I'm like, I'm not here to cheat, I just want to do the exam with my favorite pen. So yeah, that was before paper 1. Obviously I was very scared, and as paper 1 started, if I recall correctly, I wasn't able to scroll horizontally on the computer. That really scared me. But then the guys were like, everyone's having the same issue. It's not a big deal. So, yeah, the paper itself was rather difficult. First 40 minutes I did physics. I'm like, no, I can't do this. This is too difficult. Then I went to maths and chemistry. I don't remember the exact split up of maths and chemistry, but I did both of them in 1 hour 20 minutes. I usually take 1 hour 20 minutes just for maths, but I don't know what came over me that day. I did maths and chemistry in 1 hour 20 minutes, and then took another hour for physics itself.
Okay.
So that kind of surprised me, and I was like, I probably could maths here. I'm not gonna score more than 30 here. Okay. So yeah, that was it. But yeah, I think I gave more time to chemistry than I did to maths in my paper 1.
How is that possible? Chemistry people generally say that it takes least time.
Yeah, 35-40 minutes for chemistry, and I think उससे कम ही like 2-3 minutes कम for maths.
But maths के लिए generally ज़्यादा time लगता है लोगों को.
I completely agree. Maybe it was the paper. Maybe I did a few questions objectively. It's not like I've analyzed it now. Why would I?
Okay.
So yeah.
And so your paper 1 was good.
It was not good. I was so scared because end of the day, you never give 1 hour 40 minutes to physics in any paper. No matter जितना मुश्किल हो कोई भी हो. So I genuinely thought I messed up my time management here. We were advised to sleep in our break, but I could not fall asleep. Rather, I had a huge headache. I thought, गर्मी का दिन है, I'll be out, I'll be in heat. So I'll have to balance my electrolytes. So I took a bottle of neem pani, like a whole liter, and chugged it down as soon as I got out the examination center. That caused a sugar spike, and I could not sleep throughout the So a paper should run me, it's like 5 minutes, and I'm getting bouts of sleep. I'm like, I need to just power through this moment because once the exam starts, I'll be focusing on the exam. उससे पहले नींद आ गई तो I can't do anything. So yeah, I think वो नींबू पानी पीना
Your JEE Advanced was a whole lot of adventure.
वही मतलब वो नींबू पानी actually messed up a whole lot. The dinner prior night also messed up a whole lot.
Sometimes what happens is we actually do not know the reason, and we actually try to build it because some says something happened because I did something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, me not being able to fall asleep by 11 and immediately falling after eating, I would attribute that to being hungry. I would attribute myself not sleeping and then having a sugar crash before the exam.
It might be a worry only.
It could be anxiety. I don't know, but I wholeheartedly believe it was a deep one. Pani.
Okay, let's go with Nibu Pani. Okay, so it was a whole lot of adventure, but now when you see the result, do you think it was worth it? That adventure was worth it?
After seeing the result, I think the 2 years itself were worth it. It's not just the exam, but the sacrifices that went in, the beliefs that everyone had, and frankly, the pressure that I had, all of it, feels like it paid off. Because I always felt I was the kind that performed better under pressure.
Okay.
So all of it, maybe constant pestering from relatives, maybe the expectations of my own parents, which they never told me they had any, but I always felt as if they did.
Okay.
But all of it, end of the day, feels like it was all worth it. It was all justified. Sitting here, doing my self-study, talking to my teachers, taking their time, most importantly. All of it felt worth it after seeing the rank.
Okay. In these 2 years, you would have done numerous things. If you get a chance to change one, what would you change?
Probably make myself realize faster that JEE is not a competitive exam. JEE is an exam that you have to write yourself. The ranking is competitive.
And how will you do that?
I mean, you need to tell yourself that it's not that in the exam you can't do like साथ वाला बंदा उसकी टांग खींच ली कि उसके अच्छे marks ना आए. You can't. Nothing about the exam itself is competitive. It's the rank that's competitive. Once you sit with that idea, you stop looking at people around you performing better. You start thinking how you can do better instead of how you can pull them back. Because end of the day, it's about how good you do in the exam, not how bad.
I guess someone would have told you this thing prior,
I mean,
because I heard this. I heard this statement many a times that teachers are guiding a student that you should be just focusing on what you can do and not others' rank.
I completely agree. The wording, I mean, yeah, the ideas behind it, the wording is identical. You should focus on your own exam, but it's the realization that struck me way later. I think it was maybe 2 days before advance that a teacher told me this, and I was like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
Done. Got it. So, what if you need to give one advice to your youngsters who would be attempting JEE Advanced or JEE in future? What would that advice be?
Listen to your teachers wholeheartedly. They know better than you. There's nothing that you can reason out or improve in their methods. They know better.
To your institute and your teachers?
Nothing I say right now would be enough to express the gratitude that I hold. So just thank you, because their efforts and their involvement has been so important that it can't be put into words.
बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत सारे insights मिले. I guess this entire discussion is going to help a lot of students, and moreover, I think शायद हम लोग कभी दोबारा भी बैठेंगे when you'll come in a break from college. ठीक है, and तब कुछ और insightful बातें भी करेंगे. ठीक है, something about your college too. ठीक है, चलो तब तक के लिए thank you. It was great talking to you again. Thank you.
Thank you.